Hey guys, Mr. Newman here, and I want to explain real quick what we're going to do this week, walk you through the plan. So as you can see, I shared this document here is this week's assignments. One thing that's new is we're going to continue with the mini quizzes. I'm going to explain that real briefly. I have you spread out the trig mini quiz on Tuesday like we would have done if we were in class, log on Wednesday, and algebra on Thursday. However, these mini quizzes are technically due on Friday. I made the Schoology assignment due Friday, so if you are stuck one day and you need to do it the next, that's fine. I would not recommend waiting until Friday. I have them set to shut down on Friday, so if you do not finish it before that point, it is a 0. So please do that. But let me show you that real quick. So you come here on the page, and I don't know why mine is doing this refresh upcoming items. You can either click refresh and you'll see them here, or you can click on the calendar. They're, of course, here, all technically due Friday. And the other place you can find them, if you go down here to mini quizzes, you can also see previous mini quizzes, but we have the new ones. You can click on them here. Now, these are assignments online, so you will take the quiz online. Some of the things that I ask is that I ask that you do these on your own and without a calculator, okay? There's really no incentive to cheat because, as you know, mini quizzes are such a small fraction of your grade or small percentage of your grade that cheating, I mean, it wouldn't really do anything in the long run other than make you feel bad that you cheated on a quiz. But I do want you to do them and take them. That way you keep your algebra, log, and trig skills up, okay? At this time, I'm not going to make you guys do the spaced practice. I'm not going to require you, but I would strongly recommend that you do, especially if you're finding that you're not doing well on those assignments. Yeah, we really want to keep these skills up for calculus. So you want to take this so you know where you stand in terms of understanding trig, logarithms, and algebra and how well you remember those, okay? So we have 3 of those. There are 3 questions each. There's an honor code I have you just click on saying you agree at the start of each of those. So please take time. They in fact, I'm not going to time you. They're not timed. But I would recommend if you're spending more, you shouldn't spend more than 5 minutes on those, just like in class. Okay, so have a piece of paper out ready to take them. If you want to time yourself to get yourself ready for next year, great. But I'm not going to make you do that. Okay. As you see, like I said before, the rest of Tuesday you're simply going to be working on your project. I would have recommended that you wake up early and come to my math office hours. Not a lot of people have come yet. Well, I haven't been overwhelmed yet, I should say that. I do have some people coming, but you want to get it in earlier rather than later and finish your project earlier. And then, of course, the project is due on Wednesday, and I am not going to be staying up Wednesday night answering questions. So please get your questions asked during the school day at the latest if you want them answered. Okay. Then moving on from there, on Thursday, you're going to do a Desmos activity. Now, it's very important that you type your name in a certain way. I want your last name first, but I also want your block before that. So please watch this short video right here before you do that on Thursday. That will show you and give you a little hint as to how to get started on the Burning Daylight Desmos activity. And I think I mentioned in there too, but I put on the math help room, if you see this, notice how we have along the bottom each of the topics. I put the project and Desmos, so you can ask your Desmos questions here. See the way I do that? See this go into the right, you scroll to the right here. There's more questions as you go to the right, so you can ask more questions here. Excuse me, I'll be waiting here for you to answer questions over there, right? Of course, you can also message me. Coming back here, so that will be one activity. And then on Friday, we're going to try to do a quiz. Now, a few things here. First of all, it is a non-calculator quiz. You can find it right here, see 4.5Q, okay? It's also inside of the trigonometry, 4.5Q. And when you click on it, everyone should have their own copy of the quiz. So let me share just real briefly. Some of the things that you're going to do is you're going to find amplitude, centerline, period, and phase shift. So it's 4.5. We're just doing one quiz, just one of the most important ones that I identified. And I made all the graphs so you can draw on them. So if you double click on it, just like Thursday warm-ups, you should be able to sketch on here. Now I want you to mark, I think I say in the quiz, I want you to mark down amplitude, phase shift period. So you can use lines, you can click the little arrow, you can use the scribble tool, you can draw any of these things to help you with that. I would also recommend text boxes, which you can put the text box wherever you want and type things like amplitude, okay? And so doing that, let's see, I don't want to save and close that. Doing that, then you can type right on here, and then later, so 2 and 3, later when I ask you to graph one of these, you can double click on this and do the same thing here and draw or scribble your graph. Now, if you remember, I want you guys to do points first. So you can sketch. Now, this is definitely not right, but I would recommend, let's undo that. I would recommend drawing your points first. Oops. Draw your points first and then connect the dots, okay? If you want to make your points, however. So these are the options for if you want to do this online. Of course, you don't have to do it online. You can do it on a blank sheet of paper, or if you have access to a printer, you can print this and write it on the paper. Might be easier for a lot of us. If you do that, ask that you insert the picture right here at the top. You just go to insert image by camera or upload it. I would rather you take it on your phone because your phones have better cameras. And you just put the picture right here at the top of this and then hit submit, and it'll be the same. And if you have to take more than one picture because your camera's not very good, that's fine too. But just paste the pictures here at the top of this, not the bottom, at the top, so that I know you finished. You can click submit. And then to finish, we have on Friday one more Desmos Marble slides. Just name yourself the same way that I asked you to name yourself in the explanation video on Burning Daylight Desmos activity on Thursday. I'll get around to grading the projects, and then we will, I'll actually make this, I'm going to use the nicest projects. I'm going to use some of the questions to create some activities for next week, okay? Just a few other comments. Make sure you're checking your grades. I know we're starting off on a new term. This will be a giant grade for this term. Your trig mini quiz will affect your grade at first, but it's such a small percentage, it'll quickly get drowned out. And you notice one other thing that's missing, we're not doing any video notes. That's because we're not learning any new information this week. I want you to practice and learn things through the Desmos activities and through the project and the trig mini quiz. I don't want to overwhelm you guys with getting, I know you're doing a lot of stuff in your other classes, so I don't want to overwhelm you with doing too much other stuff new in this class. So we're trying a few new things, the mini quizzes and the Desmos, and then we will try some other new things next week, okay? Thank you very much.